in here, and here they run all these taxis through, and they shut the gate just right when we got up to the thing, and this guy was standing there, and every single taxi cab, he got madder and madder and madder and madder. And before, I was just sitting there, and I like to watch people. And so I just kind of, noticed, and I smiled, and he wanted me to take part in that. That's why he kept talking louder. He wanted me to say, "Dang guy, open the gate already." And so I looked at him, and I said, "Man, those guys work hard." And he went,
"What?"
He said, "Well, I got a guy over there that's going to be pissed if they don't open this gate because he's waiting to pick me up," and blah, 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 blah. Well, I had to wait a little while for Hallie to get there because my cell phone died and I couldn't call her until I was there. But anyway, I saw this guy like an hour later still waiting on his ride. What was the purpose of all that energy he spent ticked off and mad? For what? Think about that in your businesses when you can't get into the workstation. As soon as you realize that happiness is a choice, you will be amazed what is possible and who may come into your life as a result. As you improve, so does your business. A better me, a better business. You are a living magnet. What you attract into your life is in harmony with your dominant thoughts. Okay, so whatever you choose to improve, it will always be the same equation. A better me, a better whatever that is. Happiness is the universal cord that pulls it all together. So no matter what your struggle is, what you decide to work on, whether it's your Cincy business, things in your family, financial, physical, your health, whatever it is, a better me, a better whatever it is that you picked, will never be any different. That equation will always be the same. Okay, so happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. Okay, you're going to get these slides, so I'm not going to go over everything. Success doesn't bring happiness. Happiness brings success. Oh, and you know what? Look at that happiness level. I am very visual, like I said, and I sometimes in my head I picture that graph. I was thinking of your thing yesterday, and mine is kind of like this. So anyway, get that visual for you when you're going through your day and your business, and try to determine what your happiness level is. Yep, this is me. That girl in that picture that I was telling you about with all those brain issues and all these, lost 2 of my kids to a terminal disease. I lost my first child at the age of 19. I had to figure out life. I was 19. And I had already lost a child. So really spent me on, a kind of a crazy cycle trying to figure out things. But we've got to move on, so I'm not going to tell you any more about that. This is the quote that changed my life. Our deepest fear is not that we are, and this is the one that you were talking about. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it is in everyone. As we let our own light shine, we are liberated from our own fear. We unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. Our presence automatically liberates others. There's so much I want to say, but I'm going to keep going. I have a strong belief, and I had a feeling that I'd run out of time, so I put a lot of my words on my slides. I usually don't, but so if you don't, you can still hear the stuff. But I know it's important to teach, things about our business and those skills and those how-tos. But at the same time, do you think a lot of people on your downlines that are gone now didn't know how to, they knew how to open a tester and let somebody smell it, right? They knew how to probably fill out an order form. They knew how to answer their phone and take that order. A lot of times it's that they don't know how to step out of their comfort zone, or they're not willing to. They're not willing to grow, and so they run and they quit. So only you know which area of your life to begin to improve to create the best authentic you and to make weak things become strong. I don't know where that slide came from.
Call me.
So we don't have time to do this activity that I'm going to do. So I want you to, on your paper, and you don't even have to do it right now, but make sure that you, what is your weakness? Do you really ever even think about that? Not in the way that you're worrying about it all day long, that you're not good enough, blah, blah, blah. Not that. But what is your weakness? Because you have to know what you're trying to improve. A lot of times, we don't really think about that. So pick 3, and then I want you to fill in that equation. Whatever it is that you pick, I want you to fill in the blank there. A better, whatever it is you pick, a better me, which becomes a better me, a better whatever it is. So make sure, I live my life by that every day. When I don't want to do something, I say, a better me, a better relationship with my daughter. If I don't get ticked at her sassy attitude sometimes, a better me, a better mom. It works, and it keeps you focused to make the best choices through your day so that you can stay in that happiness court. And you continually improve. It becomes easier. It all begins with you. So we have to take care of some myths because a lot of times we don't even think about these things. These are 3 myths that sometimes some of these I struggle with myself. You should be happy all the time. Taking good care of myself is selfish. Saying nice things about myself is prideful. That was a huge one for me. There were people in my life that made me feel like if I did say good things about myself that there was something wrong with that. So the truth is, if we shut down our emotions, we are shutting down our authentic self. Our emotions are our personal compass and our energy in motion. So the 4 basic emotions are happy, mad, sad, or scared. If you're sad about something, let yourself be sad. But, give yourself a limit. Today, I'm going to think about my dad that I miss so much. And I'm going to think about memories, and I'm going to feel that. But tomorrow, I'm going to be back on. So let yourself feel the emotions that come. So you don't have to be happy all the time. You got to experience all the emotions in life. Taking good care of yourself is selfish. The truth is, taking care of yourself is the key. Water can't be drawn from an empty well. Selfish is doing what's in your best interest without regard for others. You're wanting to improve your life so you can improve your business, so you can improve your downline and all the people that come into your life. So that's not selfish. Saying the truth about this one is acknowledging and owning the good in myself is humility. It is the beginning of stepping into your greatness. Zig Ziglar said this: man was designed for accomplishment, engineered for success, and endowed with seeds of greatness. I believe that almost as much as I believe in God. What I mean when I make that statement is that man has the opportunity to achieve greatness and is hardwired to make it happen. Every person has unique gifts, and those gifts give him or her the power and the opportunity to accomplish great things. We've seen that here in this retreat. Each person has their own unique way of sharing. And I added that. You will improve yourself, make weak things become strong, and have the ability to give more than you take. He didn't say that, but I just added it because it was just perfect there. You may ask, why doesn't everybody achieve greatness? And that answer is really easy. Everybody doesn't want it. Seek the good. Like sweets, I'm not a big sweet eater, but ingredients in toffee are sugar, corn syrup, and butter. Ingredients alone are not so great. You're probably not going to go sit down with a big tub of butter. But mixed together, it's amazing. Sometimes we need a catalyst in our life. So I want you to ask yourself, you're going to get these slides, so that's going to be one of your how-tos. These are mental how-tos to figure out. But what can you do to be a catalyst for yourself? So it isn't always easy to improve yourself, just like it isn't easy to go do a home party or, any of the things that we do in our business. It's not always easy. Neither is improving ourselves. It actually takes a lot of mental work, a lot of sometimes tears because you're forced to think about things maybe you don't want to think about. But just like a swimming teacher, you know how they keep saying, come on, one more, you can go, you can do it, you can do it. You need to learn to be your own swim coach. And when you make a step, encourage yourself to go just a little bit further. So I want you to ask yourself, how can you get out of your comfort zone to become a better me? That girl that I was talking about, you already know is me. This is a powerful picture for me. So when I say glance backward, look heavenward, reach outward, and press onward, I'm amazed at where I've come because I've taken the time and the energy and a lot of tears and a lot of prayers because I wanted it. I wanted something more than where I wanted to be. And that's with anything in life. If your goal is to become superstar director, it's okay to have that as a goal, but if that's the only thing you're doing it for and you're forgetting the whole journey to get there, you may make it, but it's not going to be that, if you're doing it for the recognition or because you want an SSD beside your name, reanalyze. Ask yourself some of these questions. So your big goal may not be your health. For me, I lived with back pain for 4 years. I was sick and tired of hurting every day. Why didn't I go to the gym before now? I don't know. And you can only answer that. You know when it's time to pick something to work on to make yourself better and improve. But I used to want to do it because I wanted to look better. I didn't feel good when I looked in the mirror. I didn't like what I saw. So I wanted to work out because I wanted to look better. I never succeeded. I'd lose, I'd gain, or I'd quit my workout. This time, I really had a deep-seated reason. I had a huge why. I wanted to be more healthy. 2 more years before I'm 40, I kept hearing it's harder. I really wanted to do something about it. I was passionate about getting healthy. And so it's amazing. People ask, how do you not quit? Because I want to be here more than I want to be where I'm at. It's as simple as that. You want to do something more than you want to be where you're at right now. Mindset is everything. What is your mind dialogue saying? I learned that I had a choice. I had a choice to stay sad, continue to stay sad about a lot of the terrible things that I've had to endure in my life, or I had a choice to be happy and use it as a springboard to become who I'm going to become. Every year when we come to this retreat, I had to write on a card a dream every single year. My why has changed every year because why? Because I reached it. I have 25 days till I close on my new home.
That's awesome.
But I didn't believe it at first. I just wrote it on a card at first. Then it began, through the process of improving, you begin to believe. You don't have to fake it. You really believe that you're worth it and that you have something to contribute and not let your mind tell you, nobody wants to hear what you say. The program is running long. Maybe they could just cut my speech. Your mind will do things to you and say things to you like that. Learn what to do. It's like fear. She said will never go away. Neither will those little stupid comments that come in your head. Everybody has them. You may say they don't. Everybody has them. They come. Some people are just better at ignoring them. I wasn't. I had to learn how. So I learned that I could overcome anything. I learned that I could accomplish anything that I truly desired. The Happiness Project. You're going to have to just go through the slides of all this, but this is one point I'm going to make real quick. Routine or ritual. I should have not talked so much because this is the real how-to. This is what I do every day. The routine and the ritual, I want you to think about your day. I've heard people, I do this at 7 o'clock, I do this at 10 o'clock, this is when I go to lunch, this is when I do this is when I get off, then I do this, and then I pick up the kids, and then we do this. That's a routine. Look at the difference, and later on your own, study the difference between a routine and a ritual. And I want you to decide, do you live your life with a routine, or do you live your life with a ritual? What I learned is that I changed. I used to live my life in a routine, and my life became so much more exciting and valuable and meaningful when I switched to a ritual. When things have meaning, everything I do in a day means something to me. Even the silliest thing of looking in the mirror and doing makeup with my daughter means something to me. Everything is meaningful. So I want you to decide that. We all have routines mostly filled with habits. So your daily routine can be your biggest trap if you want to grow or become something. Jim Rohn said, success is nothing more than a few disciplines practiced every day. And I'm going to add, improve yourself is nothing more than a few disciplines practiced every day, but you have to want it. You can't change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction. Most people function in their comfort zone. But the real joy and the greatest value is joy in the journey every single day. So this is another thing you can do on your own. Do my daily rituals reflect what you claim to value? So first you need to identify what you value. So that's another mind how-to. You need to ask yourself these questions. When my daily behavior is congruent with your beliefs, you will experience greater peace and clarity. And this, I'll end. This is what I do every morning. I'm ADD, and so a lot of times when I hear those numbers and spreadsheets and stick with it stuff, it doesn't happen for me. I had to learn how to stick with it. And something as simple as making my bed every day changed my life. For a year and a half now, I've made my bed without fail. That sounds so silly, so little, but wasn't something I could stick with. I tried and tried and tried, but I do now. The difference is I have a ritual. I wanted to overcome myself. I wanted to overcome, you hear things and you're like, oh, I can't do that because that's just me. I was raised that way. That's just how I am. That's not true. If you desire it, they were talking about the Mandakinda and how my whole life is like a Mandakinda. I mean, I have my own words, I promise. But everybody knows I love glitter, right? You would probably never know what glitter means to me. I wear glitter because I think about shining. I never really believed that quote. I heard it, it started changing my life, but we are all meant to shine. And so to help me overcome my mind that I wasn't worth it or shouldn't shine, I've just always liked sparkle. I've always loved it. Somebody said to me when I started wearing it that I must be high maintenance. If you know me, you know that it's so far from the truth. I sprinkle water on my hair and throw it up. And I don't wear very much makeup. I just love sparkly things. That doesn't make me one way or the other. I'm true to who I want to be, so I spray the glitter on. If you don't like it, don't look at me.
Love that.
It took a lot for me to get to that point. I used to think those things, well, gosh, I don't want to wear too much sparkle or bling because then who else thinks that I'm, whatever, want to show off. That's not it. So whatever it is, be authentic to who you are. So in the morning when I wake up, I just pause and think for a minute. And I just think, what's in my head? And I let myself feel. Someone that doesn't want to feel usually fills their time. I make my bed. It brings a sense of accomplishment, and it, for me, has been a symbolization, of what my goals are for that day. That's my Mandakinda, making my bed. It means something to me. I open my blinds, and I welcome the morning light, and I'm reflective. I think some more. I pray. I read. I study. I always look at quotes. People used to make comments to me about, oh my gosh, you always put this on Facebook, blah, 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 blah. Well, you know what? They're not receiving the emails from the people that say, thank you, I needed that today. Right. So judge me if you want to, but I'm going to keep doing what I do because it's important to me. It's special and it's valuable. I think about what I need to learn and improve and become better in an area. Act upon my promptings, that's a big one. What would God have me hear, see, know, feel, do? What do you feel prompted to do? Think about that person and actually act on your promptings. This has happened before, and I've ended up growing my business just as a result. So this improvement thing seems individual, but it has everything to do with why you're here, why you're trying to become better, because the better you become, the better your business becomes. Find someone to reach out to. Sunshine, remember when we walked out for a minute and we were just outside waiting in line? How did you feel? It's just nice. Do it every day. Eat a healthy breakfast. Don't ever skip breakfast. Say thank you. If ingratitude is numbered among the most serious sins, ingratitude must be one of the greatest virtues. I believe that life is divinely guided, and I have learned to believe in myself. And so this is the last slide, I think. If we remember that we don't have control over what happens to us, and heaven forbid anyone leave here in an F3 tornado, we don't have control over what happens to us, but we absolutely have control over how we respond and how we react. We have the choice to choose happiness and focus on the positive and use the daily navigation system that I said to glance backwards, look heavenward, reach outward, and press forward through your daily rituals. You will be well on your way to strengthening Cord 4 and improving yourself daily, making weak things become strong and be in a place to truly give more than you take. True growth really does take time and a lot of reflecting. It will not always be easy, but it will always be worth it. Think about your business in 5 years from now. It will be worth it. A better me, a better everything. For things to change, you have to change. I always say to myself, and this was from my dad, something I was raised on, if you keep on doing what you've always done, you're going to keep on getting what you've always got. That's my mantra. I say that every day. When I feel tired at the gym or I want to get off the treadmill or I don't want to do this or I don't want to do that, well, that's fine. It's your choice. But you're going to stay where you're at or you're going to move. And so I say that. So read some of these things. This is what I want you to know. This was really powerful for me because probably not for the reasons they said to wear them. And mine broke about 5 minutes after I had it on. And I didn't realize when I sat there and the tears quietly came down my face. Sorry. Because I was, thinking, superstar director SSD, I told you I'm visual, right? So I was thinking surrendered to my subconscious mind and surrender to that. And I was grateful because this was a symbolism that I've come so far. But I don't have to feel guilty for anyone thinking, kind of like Jess was saying, I'm just good. Well, I am just a happy person. If that's annoying to you, then just, go the other way. But I'm grateful to be who I am, and I know that it's taken work to get to the point where I can see a misspelled word as a beautiful thing, and this whole, big thing to me. But I'm free, and you can be too from whatever it is that's holding you back. You can improve every day. So say this all together. This year, I will be a rock star.
Thank you, Heather. Thank you, Becky. You did great. And when I was going like this,